Hello, this is Esther Marie Andújar. I am a Puerto Rican writer aspiring to be a hybrid author. And today I'm gonna try to not move a lot, swivel on my chair, and also talk to you about my Coffee and my Patreon memberships. So, it's been a while since I've done like a chatty video, sort of promotional video kind of thing, and I thought um, now that I have kind of like set up everything in a way that I feel good and feel comfortable, then I can make the video, right? So we will transition to the screen recording desktop, kind of like part of the video so you can see all of it. But I have been thinking a lot of what I'm going to do with my memberships, and all of the um, changes that I don't feel super positive about with Kindle Vella. I am still apprehensive about Ream. I am, just like contrary to my zodiac, for like really big things and things that feel kind of like um final. I take a long time to make a decision. Um, and if I don't feel good, if I don't have a good feeling, my intuition is not with it, then I just don't do it. So I've been pondering a lot, and probably you have heard it in a few streams on what to do with my Patreon and how can I further, you know, expand my coffee. Um, and I thought, well, um, people already know that I do serialized fiction through Coffee and Patreon. How about we just make it a space for people to not only read serialized fiction, but also can read the early versions of my upcoming books for for years. So that's what we're doing. So the first thing that I did was like, okay, like what's gonna be there? So I have, I did initially I did three tiers. So there is the Navar Mausoleum, which is what you guys know already. That it used to be the Mireya's club where you could read my serialized fiction. That's where Marina the Vampire is at. That's where The Witch and Her Shadow, which is Karina the Witch story, is gonna be, and that's where Christina, which is the alpha in the Marina the Vampire, her story is gonna be at. And any other serialized story that I come up with will leave there. That's their house, the Navar Mausoleum, and that's still gonna cost $5, both Patreon and Coffee. Everything that I am talking about is gonna be both Patreon and Coffee. They are in both platforms, so you can choose whichever platform you prefer. I don't have a preference right now, then I'll leave that to you. The second tier, uh, this is something that I decided when I look at all the projects that I have on the Mireya Navar. So the second tier is the Navar Coven, inspired by the series that I am slowly but surely working on about witches in the Olsen One. And then the third tier we have is the Navar Pack. So, interesting enough, this doesn't start with a werewolf anything. This one will start with love, my very angry love letter to Caroline, which is the Klaus Caroline couple in the Vampire Diaries universe that should have been an end game but did not end up together. Spoiler alert for a show that's been out for years. So that's where it's gonna start, and it will have a lot more stories in it. Once I had that, I was like, okay, this is I like this. What? But then I thought of something else. And this is the highest tier. It has a limited amount of memberships, and it's called the Andújar Inner Circle. So you get you get almost everything under the previous three tiers, and this is where you're gonna get the pen name Sally things, and you're also gonna get uh, information and reactions and my journey once I get to the track pub part of my autorial journey. So, how about we go to the screen recording section and you can see for yourself everything that is on each tier, right? Let's go. Welcome to a look at my Patreon. My coffee looks the same. Um, just so you know, I just this is the one that I had open at the moment, so I thought I should like show it and share it with you, so you can, see what each tier has. Um, like I said, the first three tiers are pretty much Mireya Navar related. So the first tier is what you guys are used to seeing and what used to be called the Mireya Navar Club, Reading Club, I think it was the name. I forgot. But now is the Navar Mausoleum. So the Navar Mausoleum is where you can come and read the serialized stories. So that's where Marina the Vampire is at. That's where Karina the Witch, which you know the name as the Witch and her shadow. And that's where we're gonna be at. And also when I get to write Christina's story, that's where it's gonna go to. Um, if you are or have been in the steer, you know that you get access to behind the scenes, the playlist, the Pinterest board, you get additional scenes, you get special special content and things like that. Um, so that's your basic tier is $5, both on Patreon and Coffee. Um, they will be the same prices. I have them in both platforms, so you can choose whichever platform you are used to, accustomed, feel comfortable with, whichever look you like, the look of the platform you like the most. It's more of your choice. So the second tier, and we're gonna get to the new tiers, is the Navar Coven. This one in Patreon, not on Coffee, but in Patreon, you have a 7-day trial. There is a caveat with this, and it is kind of like right here. I'll note it once we get into the benefits. So in the Navar Coven, which is $10 a month, you get everything that is in the Navar Mausoleum. You also get to join the World of the Wishing Witches, which is a series that I've been slowly building up about witches who live and work at the Old San Juan in Puerto Rico. So it besides everything that is in the mausoleum tier, you get the early draft of the Wishing Witches series, you get behind the scenes, exclusive content, and you get the final ebook of each of the Wishing Witches series. I also will be doing research blogs, so you'll get access to those first, and they will eventually get to my YouTube channel, but you'll see them first. They will live in Patreon and Coffee first for some time, and then they will eventually show up on YouTube. Now, the 7-day trial caveat, it's related to the ebooks. If you do, when you're in that 7-day trial, you don't get the ebook perk. You only get it once you have paid for the tier. If you just pay for 1 month and you get, if at that point we are at the 5th or 6th book, you get those. It doesn't matter if you just stay 1 month or if you stay through the life of the tier. I am that's something that I'm not gonna be like um what monitoring or anything like that. There's no threshold that you need to get to get the ebooks besides just, paying for the tier. So you can, in those, if you do the 7-day trial, you can have access to everything that is on that tier for those 7 days except the final ebook. Once the payment is done, then obviously you do get that. So we're gonna move to the third tier. Is not the last one. You will see the last one in a bit. The Navar Pack. This is the $20 tier. And this is for anyone who wants to immerse themselves in the world of Mireya. So again, you get the perks of the mausoleum and you get the perks of the coven. In addition to that, you get early draft of a new vampire series that I slowly working on. This is the Klaus and Caroline from the Vampire Diaries couple inspire. It's like my um it's my ragey because they didn't end up together, but that's kind of like what inspire this. If I come up with characters that are not exactly like Klaus and Caroline, but have a very similar interaction. Um, and how about their like the end game? So it's my Reggie love letter to Klaus. To Clariline. I apologize to Clariline. So get access to that. Um, you get obviously with all of my tiers. If there's any behind the scenes, Pinterest board, music playlist, I share those. Any any bonus content that I think of will get there first. Um, and the next order will be my newsletters, and if it's something that I thought about giving out for free, but a lot of the bonus content that I do for members is just stay as a member thing. Um, Now this, you do get your choice of a final ebook or paperback of each book in that series. This tier, if you enroll in it, will ask for your address. I'm asking for the address in case you do decide that you want the physical copy of one or all of those books when they are out, so I can mail that to you. Um, you do get to see the early draft of those books. And once that series is done, I have a couple other series that I am pondering, and that could be on that tier. I have a Billionaire Wolf interconnected series. I have a Wire Curse family book. I have a Dark Academia boarding school for witches and wizards, slightly inspired. I should put this slightly inspired by 100 Years of Solitude. And there's a few more that I um keeping on the wraps. So just to give you a taste, this also includes the 7 day trial. But again, the 7 day trial does not include the ebook or the paperback until you actually pay for the tier. So the big tier is this one, the Andújar Inner Circle. So this is a $40 a month tier, and it has a limit of 35 members. It is also on my Kofi. It also has the same price and the same limited spaces, 35. So between the two platforms, the top most people I will have is 70 in this tier. And why do I keep it to a very, very small group? Well, this tier is probably for anyone who wants to know the inner workings of my head. Um, so you will get in this tier, you will get all of the perks under Mireya. So you get everything in the mausoleum, everything in the coven, everything in the pack. Additional to that, you will get access to the pen name Sally books, past and present. So you get access to everything that is in the mausoleum tier. You get access for the Coven tier. There is a caveat. So you get access to the early draft. You get access to like the exclusive content, bonus content, all of that. But you only get the first final 5 ebooks on that series. For the pack tier, you get the early draft, you get the behind the scene exclusive content, all that. And then for that one, you get the first final ebook or paperback of each series. So, now that we have them here, so for example, for the Coraline series, you will get the first final book, whether it's ebook or paperback. You get, when we get to like the Billionaire Wolf series, you will get the first. Same thing with each story. If there are a series or a single book, you'll get the first one. And then in addition to all of that, that specific perk will have access to early draft of the books under the pen name Sally. You will get early access to videos related to trap publishing, which is related to my name, Esther. You get early access to writing blogs related to Sally's books or Mireya's projects. You will get an exclusive monthly live stream, and then you get the final ebook of Sally's shorts, her short romances, all of them. All of them, you know, um, like you can, like, let's say you sign in today, you get in. Sally already has at this point 5 short romances. You get access to those, um, so you can get the backlist. You also get your choice of the final ebook or paperback for her full length. You don't get all of them. You get the one that you choose. And you're able to suggest and vote for future YouTube videos. This tier does not have a 7-day trial. Mostly the biggest reason is to protect the pen name Sally information. Um, I I am gonna, in good faith, believe that anyone that comes into the highest tier is because they are like generally interested in everything that is like in my head, and also has the funds obviously to pay $40 a month, or for however months, and I'm also gonna believe in good nature that if anyone either goes down a tier or completely stops their membership, that they will keep that information to themselves. It I am hoping that common sense um is within each person. Um I am deciding to believe in that. So yeah, those are the tiers that are on my Patreon and on my Kofi. I am softly launching them now towards the end of the year. I will be a little more forward and a little more aggressive come 2025. So yeah, that's it for now. Let's move on to full on video Esther. So, like I mentioned, right now this is a soft launch. I made this video. It's gonna be out. It'll reach whoever it will reach. Once we get to 2025, that's when I'm gonna like mention it a little bit more. Um, it's probably gonna get a bigger umph because I am pretty sure The Witch and Her Shadow, that's gonna be 2025 is gonna be their year. So I will be mentioning it more, and I will be working on the other projects that are under the other tiers. Um, so, yeah, if you are interested in any of those stories, in any of those tiers, and you have the time and the funds to join, feel free to do that. If you don't have them now, that's perfectly fine. Again, it's membership is something that you can come in whenever you want to, and again, come out whenever you want to or need to. So that's the sort of announcement, self announcement, things like that. Yeah. So I'm still having such a trouble closing these videos. I need to record more so I can get the groove again, right? Um, so yeah, thank you so very much for watching this video. If you enjoy this, please hit the thumbs up. If you like writing vlogs, writing chatty videos, planning videos, streams, things like that, do subscribe for the so until October 25th. Every Friday, I am streaming at 6 p.m. Eastern for some Freaky Friday kind of thing. And I stream on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern for some gentle productivity, except the Sundays that I do run the Romance Writers Room. So, yeah, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and may the words be ever in your favor. Bye.